Initially, I didn't like the character at all when I first read the scripts. Granted, it was an older version of the draft and the role was much smaller and one-sided. And when I first picked it up, I read her for what she was, and I thought, oh, she's just a superficial gold digger, and I have no interest in playing that at all. And my team said, well, you know, it's a Scorsese film, and Ellen Lewis is a fantastic casting agent. Let's do a self-tape. And hopefully Ellen Lewis watches it, and maybe down the track she'll consider looking at you again. So as soon as I started reading the script, the scene, my acting coach said, "Stop judging her." And I was like, "I'm not judging her." She's like, "Yes, you are. Why are you judging her?" I'm like, "She just seems like a bit of a gold digger, don't you think?" She was like, "She's got no money. She comes from Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, and the only thing she has is this influence over men and this way of manipulating them with this like sexual power. That's her only form of currency, so she's using it to make a better life for herself. She's a badass. That's awesome that she's not afraid to do that." And I was like, "You're right, that is awesome." And then we kind of built on that, and that ended up being, you know, the foundation for the character, and it just got bigger, and we started meeting it out and adding dimensions from there, and you know, I just started loving her, and now it's, you know, my favorite character I've ever played.
It's interesting that you explain it that way, because I've never had an actor tell me that they hated the role when they first read it.
And that's the thing, you have to like the character you're playing, otherwise you can't justify the things you do, and if you can't believe in the things you're doing, the audience can't believe it either, and then it's an inauthentic performance.
I just really wanted to ask you about meeting the real Naomi in real life. Her name is Nadine. What was like the one question that you wanted to ask her when you finally met her?
I was having trouble motivating doing the horrible things that I did in the film, like leaving him when he goes to jail. One of the things I said, "Oh, would you fight about the hookers and him sleeping with hookers?" She was like, "I don't give a shit about hookers, they're hookers. He's gonna enjoy having sex with me more than having sex with hookers. Why would I care?" And I was like, "Oh, okay, wow." And she was like, and I was like, "Well, what would you fight about then?" She said, "The drugs. Why would I let someone on drugs around my baby?" And I was like, oh my God, that's it, that's the key to this character. She's looking out for her kids. And so that was the most helpful thing. From then on, my motivating factor for everything was out of protection for my kids.